If you're less than 1 year into the real estate sector, or you're basically new in the sector, or you are just about deciding whether you want to do real estate or not, then this particular video is for you, because in this video, I'm going to be sharing 21 important things you must always take note of, either before you start or during the point that you have started or as you journey in the real estate sector. As someone who teaches and trains realtors over time, and even as a broker myself in the business, I am always asking questions. And recently, I did a survey where I asked a very simple question: what are the things you wish you knew before you ventured into real estate or you started doing real estate generally? And I got 21 answers. And if you are new in the sector, this particular video is for you, because in this video, you're going to get clarity as it relates to what you needed to know, or things that you need to know before you decide whether you can actually do this or not, or things that will help as pointers to guides as it relates to how you can be able to do this thing effectively, consistently, and successfully. And just before I forget, this is 6 Tips by Fortreal Real Estate Academy, and what we do here is just to be able to give you basic tips, free tips that can guide you in being able to do real estate and sell real estate consistently. Emphasis on the word consistently. And if you're ready to go for more, in other words, enroll for a paid program that can give you literally everything that you need to know, from the basic level to the highest level of sales as a top selling realtor and even as a developer, then of course I would gladly recommend to you our paid program, which is the 7-figure advanced course and other courses in between, including the real estate law course. All right. So if you're interested, do reach out to the number on your screen. But just before then, I have an amazing conversation that I need to share with you in this particular video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, drop a comment, and of course you can drop a question as well if you need clarity in any area of the conversation. And don't forget to share this with a friend. For one person, this video will be a guide and basically an eye-opener to the things that you need to pay attention to before you jump into the real estate sector. For another person, this video is going to point you to the things that you are missing and you need to pay attention to quickly before you spend 1 year, 2 years, or even 3 years in the sector without results. So make sure you watch to the very end. Now, the very first answer I got from my survey is that I wish I knew that real estate is hard. The truth about it is that nothing good comes easy. Real estate comes with good money. And for a sector that gives you good money or provides you opportunities to be able to earn good money, it is not going to come easy to you. So you must wake up to the reality of the fact that it is not going to be easy. You need to put in a lot of hard work if you truly and sincerely want to succeed in the business. Number two, I wish I knew about the legal part of the business. This most of the times can only come to your consciousness after you have sold a bad deal or done a deal that put you into trouble. A lot of persons don't understand this part until they've fallen into trouble or missed a very important deal because of ignorance of the legal part of the business. It is only on that basis that a lot of persons look into the legal part of the business. But just in case you are not in yet, you need to understand that the legal part of the business is very, very important to help you play safe, help you avoid trouble, and also position you as a consultant, a true consultant, as an authority to your client so that you're able to guide them properly. And while guiding them, you're also playing safe and avoiding wahala. All right, so that's the second one I got. The third one is that I wish I knew how to do videos. Now, particularly if you want to market and be able to generate quality leads at a level, then of course you need to be able to do videos. Not just do videos, do it well and do it consistently. So doing videos is part of it. So if you're that guy that is shy and you don't want to do videos, you need to either change your mind or go and look for another business to do. Because if you want to sell online, then for real estate particularly, you may have to do videos because it will help to bring in trust, make you earn some level of trust because they are seeing your face and they are seeing things for themselves. Number four, I wish I had a mentor earlier, or I wish I sought mentorship earlier. Now, the truth about it is that, again, the real estate sector is demands a lot from you, and you need a lot of guidance. If you don't have guidance, you may miss the point a lot of the time. So guidance is key if you truly want to do real estate. Mentorship is key if you truly want to do real estate. I think I'm going to talk about mentorship in another video entirely, because mentorship is a serious conversation, and I don't want to say anything that would misguide anybody or will be misunderstood. All right. And number 5, I wish I knew how to handle rejections. Now, because you're selling a high ticket product, which is real estate, right? Not everybody will be able to afford your product. And most of the times, you're going to get a no, because either they are not capable. In fact, I recommend that you watch the video I did about how to deal with rejection. I've done a video on that in this particular video, in this particular YouTube channel, right? So basically, understand, if you're just coming in, that you're going to get a lot of no, and you need to know how to deal with those no's. If not, those no's will send you back to the village. Number 6, I wish I knew how to close or basically respond to client. Now, this is a closing conversation, and in closing, communication is required. In fact, a lot of skills that are required if you truly want to be able to close, and close well, and close consistently. And let me say this. One thing you have to understand is that you may be able to generate quality leads, right? Or be able to generate leads generally, right? But then closing is another conversation. Closing requires a different set of skill from marketing. And if you are not careful, you're going to get leads but not be able to close. So you have to treat both skills or both issues separately and based on clarity, so that you are able to close. And this is a very important conversation. And I've done videos on closing as well in this particular YouTube channel. All right. So just understand that you need to know a lot about closing, so that you are not going to be missing a lot of deals. Number 7 is, I wish I knew that mobility was important, particularly depending on your location. Now, mobility can be for packaging, just to be able to enhance your brand, because you don't want to be entering keke with your clients and all of that, or you tell your client to pick you at the junction, that kind of thing, right? The first thing that mobility does for you, I mean, having a car, right? Or even if you don't have a car, but being able to um, engage somebody to just act as your driver or whatever, right? Now that enhances your brand perception. The second thing is that it just helps to be able to move around, right? For example, you don't have to wait for a cab, or take a keke, or take a bike to a location. When you have a car, you easily can just decide, and you're driving to Katampe Extension, or you're driving to Buzapi, or you're driving, that's if you're in Abuja, right? And then in any location that you are, having a car helps you to think fast, be able to act fast, and all of that. So basically, mobility is important. And if you have a car, or have access to one that you can use, depending when you have your own car, then it basically helps you to be able to do better. And the next is Number 8, I wish I had patience. Now, for some of you who are not patient, truth about it is that you are going to either rush out of the business anytime soon. You need some level of patience. In fact, with clients and as well as with the industry. First, the one with client is that it is a hard decision for every one of them, particularly when the money is a lot. In fact, the money can be small, but it is a lot to the person, right? If you're not patient with the person to move the person gradually through the journey of closing, then at that point, you're going to make them feel that you are desperate, or make them feel like you want to run away with their money, right? So you may lose them at that particular point in time. So you need to be patient with the client. Then also you need to be patient with the industry, because you may not get the result that you want, the way you want it, as fast as you want it, right? So you have to be patient at all levels. And of course, I've always said that, I mean, people say that a patient dog eats the fattest bone. But if there is no bone at all and the dog is patient, then there's an issue. The dog will be patient forever without any expectation or result at the end of the day. In other words, I'm saying that if you truly want to be patient, or if you are patient, be patient based on knowledge. If you are not knowledgeable, and you don't have the right knowledge and skill about everything about the industry, and you are being patient, the patience is going to lead to nothing, right? You're going to be patient for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, no result, right? But if you're patient and you have the right knowledge and skill in the business, then trust me, you will eat the fattest bone. All right. And number 9, I wish I invested in knowledge. I had market knowledge. I had general knowledge about the real estate sector, particularly in Nigeria. There's a way Nigerians buy, there's a way the Nigerian real estate sector is, right? So you need to understand the sector and have the knowledge about how to do the business, how to sell the business, and how to be able to just play safe generally in the sector. So knowledge cannot be overemphasized. In fact, everything I'm just talking about here is submerged under the umbrella of knowledge. All right. And number 10 is I wish I knew video editing. So as you're just starting, it may not be very comfortable for you, or you may not be able to afford a video editor, a good video editor at that, right? So in the beginning, you may have to edit your videos yourself, and that's where CapCut comes in, right? So apparently we may not be able to continue this particular video because of the time, and so we have to continue in the part 2 of the video. And I haven't ended at I wish I knew about video editing, which is number 10. We're going to proceed to number 11 in the part 2 of this particular video. And trust me, you do not want to miss any part of this conversation, because this survey was intentionally done to help you to avoid problems that are reality, challenges that realtors face every other day. All right. And you don't want to miss watching to the very end, which is going to be in the part 2, which is going to be coming sometime next week. All right. So make sure that you look forward to that video and watch it when it is time. My name again is Raymond Ijoma, and I am the lead facilitator of the Fortreal Real Estate Academy, Nigeria's #1 real estate academy. And what we're doing here is just to be able to give you basic tips, basic sales tips that will guide you to be able to sell real estate consistently. And if you're ready to go for more, to get the right knowledge, so that we're able to literally hold you by the hand and watch you grow to the point where you become a top selling realtor, top selling broker, then you may want to subscribe and enroll for our paid program, where we are teaching you everything you need to know as it relates to selling real estate consistently. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, drop a comment, and do stay in touch. And yes, share this with your friend, because this can deliver your friend literally. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope to see you in the part 2, where we're going to continue with number 11, or the 11th thing you need to know or you wish you knew before you started selling real estate.